You're listening to Lore Friendly, the show about video games, history, and we'll say death. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We have three hosts. You know me and Alice, but today we're also joined by her friend Steph. Say hello, ladies.
Hi!
Okay, I think we have to explain what Steph's doing here.
Yeah, should I explain or do you want to explain?
I'll explain.
You explain
I have
away.
a talent for storytelling. I am an English student after all. Right, so... Have we explained about Drunk Alice on the podcast before? Like, have we referenced her?
We've referenced her. I wouldn't say that we've gone into a lot of detail.
Right, well,
it.
basically, Drunk Alice is one crazy-ass bitch. Like, she...
That's putting it lightly.
Yeah.
I mean, in the nicest way possible.
Yeah.
I've only gotten drunken late-night messages. I haven't gotten the full 3D experience yet. But I will say the part I have experienced has left me irreparably scarred, so...
Right, basically, we had a house party on Saturday, and I got very drunk, and I got very generous with my vodka, and I met Steph for the first time on Saturday.
This is the first
time I've seen her sober.
This is the first time I've seen Alice sober.
Wait, hold on. You two just met? Like, Alice just picked you up off the street?
Well, you know, doing Twister and getting pretty intimate is a good way to make friends, I feel.
Yeah, I brought her up to my room.
We were here for 2 hours.
What?
Yeah.
In the room?
Yeah, did you realise?
No?
2 hours.
Oh, okay, so I thought this was Alice, like, bringing on her best friend or something, but I pretty much know Steph just as well as you do, and I only met her 5 minutes ago.
That is true.
Yeah, we had a pretty deep conversation. We talked about female characters in video games.
And mythology.
Yeah, which I forgot about.
Languages as well, remember?
Yeah, we talked a lot about the origins of the English language and comparisons between English language and Japanese. You tried to teach me head, knees and toes in Japanese and failed, because I'm awful. And basically, she, as we were up in my room, she saw my microphone and she was like, "Oh my god, that's really cool." And Drunk Alice, being the queen of humble bragging, she was like, "Oh yeah, I do voice acting and I'm on a podcast."
And I was just like, I'm in this shit. Oh my god.
Alice, that's not humble bragging, that's regular bragging.
Oh, yeah. But Drunk Alice doesn't understand the concept of the humble brag, so...
Yeah, humble bragging would be more like, yeah, I do voice acting, but it's nothing, I'm terrible. Something like that. That would be a humble brag.
Drunk Alice was very adamant to show me her
Yeah.
voices on Skyrim.
Yeah. I showed her Fiona, I think I showed you Beatrice.
You did, indeed. You said you liked Beatrice more than Fiona, I think.
Did I?
Something, because, yeah, you were
Maybe
like...
Drunk Alice just has
I
different
can't remember.
opinions.
Oh yes, because Beatrice has got the right proper Yorkshire
That's the
accent.
reason why, yeah.
In other words, it wasn't just bragging, it was bordering on arrogance. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
This
that's
is getting
it.
further away from the definition of humble
Yeah.
bragging by the second.
Oh, God.
But yeah, so tell me the story.
That is
Yeah.
the story.
I took Steph up to my room for 2 hours and we came out the best of friends.
Okay.
Well, that's what uni's about, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's why Steph's here today.
That is the reason why I'm here.
Okay, so yeah, we're not going to go into detail on those 2 hours. We're just going to...
Honestly, I can't remember them. They're just such a blur, you know. They were magical 2 hours,
Magical
though.
2 hours, indeed.
Yes. But it's a good thing that's the
Making
random
friends.
person you picked up on Saturday happened to like video games and history and all that shit, because that's what this podcast is about. Which I do have to redo the intro because I fucking did not record it again.
Oh no, Chris!
Okay, this is the first podcast of the new year, so first topic is New Year's resolutions.
I've actually kept to mine.
Yeah, well,
what's yours?
whoop-de-doo. Is that more humble bragging on your part?
Yeah, more humble brag.
More just regular bragging, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only been 26 days, so it's not exactly an achievement, Alice.
It is. I don't stick to anything.
What is your New Year's resolution, anyway?
I'm going to Spain.
What?
That's not a resolution! That's just a holiday! That's like a New Year, buy myself a holiday!
to Spain with athletics.
So it's not just me being an American. Alice really does speak a different language, right? Like resolution doesn't mean resolution. Humble doesn't mean humble.
No, you haven't listened. Basically, I have to look hot for Spain because it's Spain. So my New Year's resolution is to look hot all the time.
Okay.
Here I am in my pajamas with my sippy cup of water, looking hot.
I must say it is a pretty hot sight from over here. I'm burning from the flames.
I guess technically, on a technical level, if you've never been to Spain, if you normally did not like Spain and didn't like Spaniards, it could count as a resolution, I guess.
Be nice to the Spanish people.
I'm going to Spain this year. I fucking hate that place, but I'm just trying to be more open-minded, So that's my New Year's resolution. It's just to become more worldly.
Right, Kris, what's your New Year's resolution that you've made up?
I guess I have to make
right
it up now. I guess be more nice to people on the internet. I don't know. I do tend to if someone, I don't want to say that because this would be this would be breaking my resolution if I called them an idiot.
I think it's just broken it.
Yeah.
Oh well,
but
it's fine.
But if people send really dumb questions, sometimes you just want to just like God, you fucking dumbass, right? You want to say that, but you can't because these are technically, they're not paying for the mod, but they're customers more or less. So you have to kind of put on your customer service hat and be nice and treat them with respect, and that's just so fucking hard.
It's like working in retail all over again.
Yeah. So that's basically my New Year's resolution is to try and just be nicer to people on the internet.
Well, you're very nice to drunk Alice.
Yeah, usually because when she's awake, what time is that for me? It's usually right after dinner. So you drunk Alice is usually talking to sleepy Kris. So yeah. Okay, so
dear.
Steph,
what's my New Year's resolution? Well, basically, it's actually just properly work through and not fail my second year. Because I got my results back from my exams. I passed. But, it's...
Again, if we're talking about resolutions, you're implying that you normally fail at everything.
I don't fail that. No, it's more like trying to get a 2-1.
Okay.
Well, because I got my things back and I was like, yeah, it was a bit obvious I really didn't do too much work during the first semester. So I think my New Year's resolution, or New Year's from now, my resolution from now, is... Well, at least trying to get a 2-1 in all my exams, which I'll start from today.
That's quite a reasonable one.
I think it's... Because I think if I try to push it up to first, I'll just start blowing my head off, because I don't do too well with stress, so... Yeah. I think 2-1 is a good pace to be at.
Yeah. It's far more achievable than looking hot all the time, or being nice to idiots online.
Yeah.
So it might be a bit, bit mediocre, but that's what I'm aiming for. So.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much the point of New Year's resolutions, right? You're not going to say I'm going to be, you're not like Alice and you're like, I'm going to be an astronaut this year.
I don't want to be an astronaut. I want to be a doctor of English. We've established this.
Right.
There was a pause between doctor and English. I got worried there for a second. I was like, I think you're doing the wrong degree if you want to become a doctor.
Yes, a doctor of English.
A doctor of English.
The most useful kind of doctor.
Yes. Forget that other medical bullshit doctor in the hospital.
Who needs a real
saving
doctor?
lives? What is this?
I'll just close my wound with this copy of Shakespeare.
If I poke at it, it will make it better.
Oh. First sing it a sonnet.
Drunk Alice and the doctor. Oh God, save the world.
All right, with the new year, the second topic we're going to discuss today are games we're excited about for the coming year. So,
who would like to go first? It's weird having a three-way conversation.
Yeah, it is weird. Alice, I guess, go first. Let's just go Alice first. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't have a thought in my head right now, so you need to start talking.
Well, seeing as we were planning to record this last week and we didn't, I was looking forward to Get Out of Hell. You know, the new Saints Row 4 expansion that's come out, and it's got a musical segment in it, and I really want to play that because I love the Saints Row series. It's so ridiculously offensive.
Wait, a
and
musical
wonderful
segment?
in every way. Pardon?
What do you mean by a musical segment? I haven't seen the trailer or anything.
It has Satan singing.
Seriously?
Singing Satan.
What more can you want?
Yes.
And Johnny Gat is singing.
Yes, I'm pretty much sold.
Yeah. I just need to save up for it because I maybe spent way too much over Christmas.
Saints Row does seem like something that you should be playing drunk.
I've never actually tried that. I've never played a video game drunk. Apart from COD. I've played COD drunk. COD Zombies.
Do you think you would make different decisions? If it was like a choice-based game.
Well, embrace the zombie instead of trying to shoot it.
Well, I'm actually better playing whilst drunk than I am, like, normally. Because I'm awful with, like, PlayStation controllers and stuff. So...
Oh god, I'm absolutely awful as well. I have played COD. I haven't played drunk. I might try that. I was speaking with my friend and we're like, let's play COD drunk.
That sounds like a great idea.
Well, you seem to love the word drunk anyway, so...
And then I've also got Arkham Knight, because who doesn't love Batman? Especially because he's on my course this year.
Of course.
I'm studying Batman this year.
You're studying Batman?
Yeah.
What the hell? What kind of... Why do you get to study Batman? I've got to study meaning and context in German language. What?
Yeah, but you're going to get a job. I'm just going to...
Yeah, I'm just going to be a doctor, is what she's saying.
Yeah, doctor. The fake doctor.
Fake doctor.
Anyone can be that.
Yeah, but everyone knows that the Arkham series is, like, the best, superhero video game series of all time. Apart from Origins, because no one cares about Origins, because everyone knows that Batman's parents are dead.
Does everyone know that?
That'll be a very short game.
Yeah. And it's got Harley Quinn, and Harley Quinn is, like, the bomb. Almost literally.
That would suck if she was literally a bomb. I mean, for the people around her.
Well, she does have a lot of bombs.
It would be a very short friendship, I think.
Very short friendship.
But explosive and passionate.
A very explosive.
But
Oh god.
And then I'm assuming that there's going to be a new Wolf Among Us game out. Because it's Telltale, and they love their sequels. And the last game was really good, and it got me into the comic series.
Wait,
And
Wolfmonger?
The Wolf Among Us.
Okay.
The Wolfmonger.
Like he's
That
selling
sounds like
wolves.
a great game.
I'm Mong on wolves.
Oh dear.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's coming this year. Like, once they've finished up Tales of the Borderlands or Game of Thrones or something. So, Chris? Your favourite...
Chris's go.
Yeah.
Or do you want some more time?
Actually, I've only seen like a couple trailers for video games as a whole, so I'm just gonna mention those games.
Okay.
The other day I saw a trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles X, which is a JRPG. I don't know. Have you guys ever played JRPGs?
I'm not big into JRPGs. The only one I can almost remember playing is Final Fantasy.
Oh my god.
One of them. I'm not sure which, but it's the one with Chocobo racing in.
Oh, isn't that number 7?
Is it?
Is it number 7?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm a bit of a fan of Final Fantasy. I've played 2, 7, 10, a bit of 13, and oh god, I can't wait for 15 to come out. But I know I've played 6 as well because that's the one with Kafka, and he is freaking awesome. But so in that sense, I've played a bit of JRPGs.
Yeah, I think in general, I mean, there are people who swear by Western RPGs and those who swear by Japanese RPGs, but like there's an obvious distinction between the two.
Yeah.
Right, like one is just kind of more out there and I guess I could say creative in a sense. One is more dark and serious and
One is basically medieval England.
right. One is another is like a fantasy land with, I mean, sometimes you could say they throw like a kitchen sink in terms of how they create their monsters.
Characters.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you just said they throw the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know what character design in
Right,
like some
right.
JRPGs?
Right.
They throw a kitchen sink.
Yes.
Everything and the kitchen
Yeah.
sink. Have you not heard that
I've
phrase?
never heard that phrase. Oh my god, I failed as an English person. I thought they were literally going to throw a kitchen sink.
I wouldn't put that past the JRPG, actually, for the kitchen sink to be a weapon.
My weapon, my super weapon is the kitchen sink.
I'm surprised that there isn't like an alternative costume for Lightning with the kitchen sink.
With the kitchen sink. She'd be so sexy in a kitchen sink.
Actually, that would be kind of sexy if she wore like an apron and...
Hey, if that's what you're into, Chris.
It's like the taps and stuff.
Yes, that's what I'm into. Kitchen appliances are my fetish. Yeah. But I think in terms of just like what I played last year, I played Dragon's Dogma, I played Skyrim, I played Inquisition, and mostly just all Western RPGs, and so my brain is kind of saturated with that kind of aesthetic, and so just changing things up and going to something wacky like a JRPG and a big kind of open world type JRPG where all there's like whales flying through the sky and sandworms coming out of the ground.
I want to, yeah, that sounds
It's just different. And they're gonna have a character creator for that game too, because like when I first saw the trailer, I was like, oh my god, I'm not playing this. That fucking main protagonist looks like a fucking douchebag. Like his face is all derpy and shit, and it's like there's no way I'm playing this game. But then I found out that was just some guy's character, and so yeah.
I'm not
sounds
going.
fine, isn't it?
I'm not gonna lie. I generally buy games because they have character creator tools. Like, I just like...
There is so much fun, though.
Yeah.
So much fun when you can create your own character.
Yeah, that's pretty much
I think
it.
that's maybe why I like Saints Row so much.
Do you make your characters wacky looking, or do you...
Oh god, give me Sims 3 and I am on that shit. I love creating... I can't remember, was it Excalibur or something? I was playing on my friend's game, and she left for about 10 minutes, and she came back, and I'd created a purple guy with a green afro and a white beard. It was the most glorious, and he had like a tiny thong, and it was the most glorious thing ever.
See, I don't do wacky characters. I'm so boring. Like, my Saints Row character is basically an American me, but with darker hair. And she doesn't have the same name as me, so that's okay. So it's not a self-insert.
Okay.
Honest.
Yeah, because then you should introduce your Saints Row character to my first Dragon Age character, because he's me with a British accent. So they still wouldn't be able to understand each other. It'd just be in reverse of what it is now.
It'd be a match made in heaven. They could run a podcast together. It'd be great.
Yeah, but he's probably not going to be my canon character. I actually switched to a female elf.
Hot.
Why is it? What's wrong with that? I feel your silence judging me.
No, I'm not
nothing.
judging.
No judging here.
Yeah, but I think like with those kind of games, I usually play it like a couple times and see what's best for the story. And in this case, it was an elf.
Fair enough.
So. Did we talk about Steph's game she's looking forward to?
Oh, no, we haven't.
I've got a few. These are both basically just mostly based on some of the trailers that I've seen. One that really, really stood out to me. Well, obviously, there's Uncharted 4. Oh my god, can't wait. Uncharted 4. There's also the new Lara Croft one, because who doesn't love a British badass tomb-loving ninja-like woman?
Like us too.
Like, obviously us too. And there's also the Order 1886, which comes out on the 20th of February. And that looks pretty awesome. It's like set in the Victorian era, but like steampunk.
Isn't it like werewolves as well?
I think the character or the AIs are kind of like humans, but monsters. I think
humans, but not humans.
I didn't
robots, but not
get
robots.
A good look at them on the trailer because
porn,
they just kept
but
being
not
slashed
porn.
up. But it seems to be pretty cool, and the graphics look gorgeous, and it looks like something I'd keep my eye on.
Wait,
so.
steampunk? You said what game was this?
Yeah, it's like steampunk style.
What was the name of the game?
And the name of the game is The Order 1886.
Oh. That sounds like something I'd want to play.
It looks pretty awesome. So I recommend you go, at least check out the trailer Just to see the gorgeous
dudes
killingness.
and mustaches too.
Dudes and mustache, indeed. It's pretty great, right?
Yeah, it looks
Can't doubt a
pretty
good
badass.
handlebar mustache.
I wish I could grow a handlebar mustache, but I'm Asian, so
Oh, I wish I could grow a handlebar mustache. But yeah.
I'll just have to settle for the pube handlebar mustache I'm working on right now. It has more utility down there, something to hold on
Oh
to.
dear. Well, if my package had gotten through to you, then maybe I should have put in some little mustaches, because we have joke mustaches
Oh, do you not have them in
from
America?
Poundland.
I love
You probably do, don't you?
the stick-on moustaches.
Oh yeah, do they look incredibly fake? Because that's the best kind.
Yeah.
I mean, they're meant to. It's great.
I had to wear a ginger one when my hair was still black. So that was quite fun. Like, we were on stage and, like, we were pretending to be men. And I had this really dark black hair and someone gave me a ginger moustache.
Why does this not surprise
God,
me that you regularly change your hair color, Alice? It just seems like an Alice thing to do. Okay, so next topic, or first topic, whatever.
I don't... What?
What did you want to say something?
Next thing.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. We just do that stupid Batman sound, and then
Yeah.
That's a gorgeous
Topic 2, Game of the Month. This month we're gonna cover the new Telltale. I can't even speak right now. Telltale
Games. Game of Thrones game.
I said
Thrones.
something like Telltale or something, but no.
It is quite a mouthful,
yes.
isn't it?
Telltale. This month we're gonna talk about the new Telltale. Fuck. Telltale game. Whatever. It's a Game of Thrones game. I don't even know what the title is, but that's
The
what
Game
we're
of
talking
Thrones,
about.
Game of Thrones game.
Yeah. So, Alice, what are your thoughts?
Well, I'm like a book reader of A Song of Ice and Fire, so like I know most of the twists and turns that are going to come up in the show. Mm-hmm. So I've been like gagging for some new Game of Thrones content. Like I've read The World of Ice and Fire, which is absolutely amazing. Although there's no really dramatic twists and turns in that because it's like an encyclopedia of the world of Ice and Fire.
Okay.
But yeah, I found the last season of Game of Thrones quite boring because I knew what was happening. So I was so excited when this game was announced that it was going to cover a completely different family. But I wasn't expecting that much from it because Game of Thrones games
they suck.
haven't had the best rep recently.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Yeah, there was that really shitty RPG, and then there was that other one. But then Telltale had the game, and they've been doing really well these past couple of years. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of sceptical, but I thought I'll give it a go. Because I buy anything with Telltale.
See, you can't say it either.
Damn it, Chris.
Why don't they change? No, it's their fault. They should change their name to something easier to say.
Tutter.
Yeah.
That's the Yorkshire way of saying, isn't it?
Tutter.
We'll just call them T squared or something.
T squared.
TD game. Titty game.
Titty game.
Keeping it classic.
Games. The titty games. Yeah.
But yeah, basically, spoiler-free review, there's this huge twist that is absolutely amazing, and it's completely in the style of Game of Thrones. The aesthetic is gorgeous. It's like a watercolour aesthetic, whereas the other games that Telltale brought out recently have been more of a comic book styled.
Right.
Although there were a few graphical glitches on my copy, but that's because I got it the day it came out. And I'm too impatient for patches. Right, okay, we're going to go into spoilers now. So, cover your ears.
I was reading that.
Oh no!
I think... I know that, though. Isn't that the one on the series? Or
No, it's a different death.
No! Okay,
Okay.
I am going to put my hands over my ears, not listen.
Okay,
Wait.
so one of the characters you play as dies, Lord Ethan.
Mm-hmm.
And holy shit, if Ramsay Snow wasn't a bastard before this game came out, he is a bastard. He is even more of a bastard. And I don't care about his supposed legitimacy because of King Tommen's fucking decrees or whatever. He is a dick. A right real dick. And the twist was absolutely amazing. I was just sat in my room crying.
this is how you should say. You should say like, oh, the ending was amazing, and Ramsay Snow totally in character. See, no spoilers.
Yeah, but I'm passionate about this shit.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
But yeah, it was a really amazing game, and I love how they managed to flesh out some of the show characters even more, like the little sneak peek you got into Marjorie and Joffrey's relationship, because a lot of people think that Joffrey wouldn't be as bad with Marjorie, whereas you get this little scene
who
where...
thinks that? No one thinks that.
No, loads of people think that because she's of higher birth, she's not going to get the same treatment as Sansa got because she's the daughter of a traitor.
No, Joffrey's insane. He doesn't think like
yeah,
that. He doesn't think like that.
He wouldn't have the clout to abuse her as much as Sansa's abused.
Okay,
and you
that
still
makes
get
more
this
sense.
little... Yeah, you still get this little peek into their relationship. It's just this tiny little thing where, like, her dress is ripped after going to see Joffrey.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just perfect how subtle the insight you get into their relationship is, and it's something that I don't think the show expanded on very much because they portrayed Marjorie as managing to like wheedle her way into his affections.
Okay.
So yeah, I thought that was beautifully done.
I'm not familiar with Telltale Games, so with titty games, so you're probably gonna hate me.
Hey, you actually said it then.
What?
You actually said Telltale.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, what an achievement!
Way!
I get a gold star.
You're not thinking about it.
So, my question is, do they often switch characters like that? Because I thought that was brilliant.
No.
Because you know how the book kind of always, you go from one chapter to the next, and it's always from a certain character's point of view. So I thought that was pretty neat how they did the same thing in the game. Is that the case with all their games,
No, it isn't. In most of the games, you only play as like a single character. So in The Walking Dead, you have Lee Everett in season 1, and you have Clementine in season 2. In The Wolf Among Us, you play as Bigby Wolf. In I think maybe Tales of the Borderlands, you switch between characters, but I've not got that one.
Oh, okay. So my point is relevant. I think they
Yes,
really
it
did.
is.
Yeah, I think they really did a good job of just like mimicking the way the books and the stories are told in the books. Where you're kind of getting these different points of view, and they're all sort of interconnected. And I mean, it was pretty seamless as far as how they pulled it off. So I really liked that part. And of course, as you mentioned, the whole thing with Ramsay was pretty amazing. The one part.
No, the voice acting was on point. Like Peter Dinklage, he's been getting a lot of flack recently because of his voice acting in Destiny, hasn't he?
Right. Well, granted, this character is one that he's really familiar with, so it would have been really hard to fuck this up.
Oh, did they have the actual...
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
That is pretty awesome.
oh
They
if
had
they
Lena
didn't, that would have
Headey.
sucked.
Oh, God, she's great.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, they had
some...
Lena Headey, Ewan Ryan, Natalie Dormer, Peter Dinklage, Kit
Right,
Harington, and
They-
then
they
in
had
a
the-
future episode they get Amelia Clarke,
Ooh.
because Daenerys is in the game. So, yeah,
Yeah, like
everyone was on point with their performances.
Yeah,
It was absolutely amazing.
basically, if they got like somebody else, like if they got Tommy Lee Jones or somebody to play to play Tyrion Lannister, it would have not gone over well.
That would have...
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, just no.
Or all of a sudden he has like a Cockney accent or some shit. And it's just
Alright,
Hello, mate. Governor.
I always imagine, like, the Lannisters as being very, like, West Country, like farmers.
It's country.
Yeah.
I'm going down to Castle Rock, and I'm going to go get my gold. That's how I imagine the Lannisters to speak, because they're from the West.
Okay,
Just
so
as I
then
imagine the... Pardon?
so then if they did make that change, it would have been seamless for you. You'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
this is how they should do it on the HBO show too. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like the Northerners have the Yorkshire accent.
They do, don't they? Yeah.
So why don't the Westerners have the Westerlands
You
accent?
do realize Westeros is not England, right? You
It
are
is still
aware they're
mainly
two
based
different
on
places.
England, I have to
Yeah,
say.
it's
Right,
mainly
right,
based
but-
on England.
England and continental Europe.
Well, unless England has a long history of being ransacked by White Walkers, I think the whole East and West accent thing is not your chief concern as far as
No, I
the
think they just made it more
similarities go.
like South North.
Yeah.
So.
No, but it's kind of like those things that like you're not nitpicking the fact that there's magic or dragons in the world, but you're nitpicking the fact that there's a Western person with an Eastern accent.
Oh, but how funny would it have been if Peter Dinklage was talking in a West Country accent, if Lena Headey was talking in a West Country accent?
Charles Dance.
Oh my god, Charles
Dance
in a West Country accent. How amazing would that be?
God.
Yes, it would be amazing, but only for like the first 5 minutes. Then...
Who are the Lannisters? We always pay our debts.
Yeah, only if I was 14 years old and had the mind of a child, yeah. Then it would be fun. It would be fun for the first few minutes, but then afterwards you'd be like, God, who made these fucking casting choices? They're
I would love it. Can we do a West Country character in the mod at some point? Because
Sure, why not, Alice?
I'll do it for if we ever record Samwise Barley's lines. Because he's very,
yes,
oh, Mr. Frodo!
But going back to the game, based on a rating system of Game of Thrones characters, what do you give
I gave it the Amory Lorke and Mountain Tag Team because, like Amory Lorke and the Mountain, Telltale like to kill kids. Because you've got...
You keep spoiling the game.
I know, but oh well. Because you've got you've got Duck in season 1 of The Walking Dead. You've got that annoying girl in season 2 of The Walking Dead, and now you've got poor little. Spoiler alert.
You're just doubling down. You're like, spoil 1 game, I can spoil 3, motherfucker.
In fairness, Walking Dead season 1 has been out for like over a year now.
Did I not just tell you 10 minutes ago that I haven't played a Telltale game?
Well, soz.
Empathy is not your strong point.
No, it'll still have the emotional clout though.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Right, what's your character rating?
I'm gonna go with Theon Greyjoy.
Ooh.
And the reason for this is I think maybe it goes for all Telltale or Titty games, but they seem to kind of be in flux between they can't decide whether they're a movie or a game. Like I thought like the quick time events in the beginning were unnecessary. I'm like, it would have so much more emotional impact if I could just watch this thing instead of having to press a button every 5 seconds.
I get what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, I think they should just embrace the fact that it's more of a movie and then just put in the dialogue choices and the stuff needed for the game aspect to be there. But that's not to say it's bad in any way. I just think you could cut some of the game elements.
Yeah.
And I think for Theon Greyjoy, he's kind of in this identity crisis at the beginning of the series where, he can't decide if he wants
a northerner and islander.
Right. And
now
so,
he can't decide if he's Theon or Reek.
Spoilers out. Spoilers.
Hey, that this season's been out now, okay?
Yeah, I should just I should just edit that out.
Now I've spoiled like every episode of Game of Thrones anyway. I'm an awful human being.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. That's why we love you. So basically that's my rating for this game. I'm calling it a Theon Greyjoy.
I think that's a good strong rating. And less spoilery than mine, until I spoiled it.
Okay, so topic 3, questions of the month. Question 1. Jacques in Lorraine asks, I feel today's youth do not take New Year's resolutions seriously and lack the moral fiber of their ancestors. As such, in order to help my children maintain their resolutions, I would like to punish them in some capacity, if and when they break them. However, I am at a loss regarding how I should go about this. Is there historical evidence of punishment applied to those who broke their annual vows? Good question, Jacques.
That's a good question.
Well, Jacques, is that how you pronounce the name?
I don't know.
I don't
Jack.
know.
We'll call him
Jackie.
Jackie
First
Lorraine.
off, I don't believe in hitting your children.
I don't think, by punishment, I don't think she means corporal punishment.
Oh.
I think it's more like, taking away of some of the benefits. No, not benefits, that's what I mean. But, it's like something they're allowed to do, like taking away the game or something like that. I don't think they mean she means
Let's
hitting
hope
them.
that's what she means.
Well,
Or
hitting!
Yeah. Hitting
Well,
is bad.
there is no historical precedent for punishing people for not completing their New Year's resolutions.
Well, what about... Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to talk about the origins of the New Year resolution.
Okay.
Let me go on my spiel for like 3 minutes.
Yeah,
right,
you're
so
like, shut up, damn it. Fucking asshole.
this is a segment where I talk for hours.
Yeah.
The pre-Christian New Year's celebrations were, you know how January is named after the god Janus? And Janus was the two-faced god? Well, he was... His name was taken for January because one face looked back to the past and another face looked forward to the future. So in honour of the god Janus, the ancient Romans would look back on the past year and resolve to do something to improve the life for the future year. So it was basically like focused on spiritual and moral improvement rather than the superficial I'm going to look hot for eternity resolutions that we have today. But this fell out of fashion like post-Christianity for a long time. So like resolutions were seen, like the making of resolutions was seen as like a pagan ritual. So instead of resolving to do something and change some aspects of their life, they'd instead take a day to like fast and pray.
And then go on holiday.
And then go on holiday to Spain.
Yeah, to Spain. And, you know, I follow this.
Obviously.
I follow this because on New Year's Eve, I abstain from food so that I look hot in my dress. And then I pray to the porcelain god. At least I apparently did this year. No one's actually telling me what I did. And I find that kind of worrying.
Wow, keeping
Ignorance is
true to the
bliss.
traditions, eh?
Yeah. But it saw a resurgence in colonial America, where children were encouraged to reflect on the past year and to improve in the future. And they avoided this association with Janus, as was previously established, by instead changing January's name to first month, only that didn't stick because that would be stupid. And there were no consequences for not upholding your resolution, as the resolutions were an incredibly personal thing. Like, whilst not fulfilling a resolution in pagan Rome might highlight improper reverence for Janus, in the post-Christian world it meant very little, so resolutions were personal, as was the person's connection to God.
Oh,
I'm done.
Okay. Any thoughts, Steph?
Well, I do think that, you know, our New Year's resolutions have turned into something a bit more I'm not going to eat chocolate type thing rather than I'm going to resolve in my faith to God. But I think it's, you know, something of the changing times that we live in right now. But I still don't think it's good to punish people. Resolutions, well, like I said, they are quite a personal thing, even if they are quite flippant, maybe.
You prefer a more reasonable approach.
Well, yeah. Maybe more reasonable. So
More reasonable than the whip.
Yeah. Don't punish your kids, basically.
Okay, no,
God.
no whipping, please.
Yeah. I basically, hitting your kids is just it speaks to your failure as an adult, probably.
I do think, you know.
And as a parent.
Yeah.
Oh, take the words of Super Nanny, and you must use a firm but controlled voice with your children.
Yeah.
That's Super Nanny.
And maybe take away their internet.
Yeah, instead of, you
No
know.
hitting.
Yeah.
Yes.
We don't advocate hitting on this
no.
podcast.
That would be so much worse for me if I
Take away your
my
internet.
Yeah. Oh, just go ahead and slap me. Just don't take away my internet.
Yeah, my parents used to take away my internet a lot. I was a bit naughty. I never tidied my room.
I can't imagine.
I never really haven't used much internet in my house until when I was about 12. Never really used the internet.
Yeah,
God,
they took away the
felt-
controllers for me. Yeah. Because I was a console gamer. I was one of those people. Yeah. Like,
Filthy casual.
Yeah, I'm a filthy casual. Now I'm just filthy, but you know. But
This is a classy podcast.
yes, very classy. So, I hope that answered your question, Jacques. Is that a girl's name or a
I
boy's
don't
name?
know. We're all silently judging he, she, though, so...
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I
Jackie
think Jackie is
Lorraine.
a boy's name, isn't it?
I think so. I think Jock.
Jacqueline's a woman's name.
Yeah,
So
it's like
because it's
Jock.
like based off of Jack, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jacques.
It's not like the French Jacques, like, you know, with a silent E and a silent S or something.
Right.
It probably
right.
is. Actually.
Yeah. It's probably like jock, right? Jock is in the jock strap. The same kind of homonym or that.
Anyway, moving swiftly on.
Speaking of jock straps, Richard Dick and Brea asks.
Oh, seamless segue. That was amazing.
Exactly. See, I do have my moments. Richard and Brea is an old boss of mine. He used to always talk about Napoleon every day with the Napoleon facts.
Is this actually a real person that you've based this off?
It's a real person, but the question isn't his. But I imagine
I
this
know
is.
the question isn't real.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it is.
Yes.
We've got to keep up the illusion.
Yes. Real people. We have
Totally
lots of
real
listeners.
people leaving comments on our videos.
Yes. We have hundreds of thousands of listeners. They're just all very shy.
Very, very shy.
Yes. And they found a way to circumvent YouTube's view counter.
They just download it, don't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They listen to it while they walk.
No one can see the download count. So
Yeah. So don't believe that view counter when it says like 12 views or something. It's a lie.
12.
It's a lie. It's short for 12 million.
Knocking off a few zeros.
yeah, we broke YouTube basically.
Yeah. But yeah, Richard and Brea, he loved Napoleon. So I imagine wherever he is right now,
Loving
he's
Napoleon.
celebrating the bicentennial. But anyways, on to his question. I am a huge Napoleon fan, and 2015 marks the bicentennial of His Grace's defeat, air quotes, defeat, at Waterloo to the dishonorable Duke of Wellington. As his fellow historian, I am sure you appreciate all that Napoleon has done for us. What are your favorite Napoleon facts?
Well, he strikes me as a bit of a dick, to be honest.
A very strategic dick, though.
Yeah, strategically placed dick.
Wait, Richard or Napoleon?
Both.
Because Richard was a very nice man. He was a pervert, but he was a very nice man. He also knows that any time I call someone a pervert, I'm doing it with the utmost respect and admiration, being one myself.
So let's just call it Napoleon then.
Yeah, okay. Right, no, I actually did a science project. I actually studied science at some point in my life. And in year 8. And we had to, do a project on, a certain element of the periodic table. And I chose to study arsenic because I was a bit obsessed with Chicago at the time. And there's one line in a song that,
some guys
just
can't hold their arsenic.
So I chose arsenic. And basically, during his imprisonment on St. Helena, it's believed that Napoleon was poisoned by the arsenic-laced wallpaper, which is a really impractical, thing to put in wallpaper. But it was apparently pretty common in, increasing the pigment of the colour. And his hair and his DNA has tested for 13 times the normal amount of the element, which is really fucking terrifying. So, and then there's a whole... I think everyone knows this one by now, but Napoleon wasn't actually short. There's, big discrepancies between measurements in France, never mind within England. A Parisian pound isn't the same as a Leonian pound?
Leonian. Leon. The Leonese pound.
Leonese pound.
Yes. My old boss Richard made it very clear to me every day that Napoleon was not a short man, and he probably had a huge package.
This is one that I've just remembered from Horrible Histories. This isn't actually written down on my sheet of notes.
It's just come to you.
Yeah, I was just thinking of the Napoleon sketch in Horrible Histories. And basically, he had... The reason why he's always posed with, his hand under his coat on his stomach is because he had really bad stomach cramps. All the time.
Maybe he had IBS.
Okay. God, thank God he didn't have pain in his crotch or anything.
That would have been all. That would have made for some hilarious portraits, though.
It's like, oh, I need the loo.
And Steffi's got some facts as well.
I do. Well, it's not technically about Napoleon per se, but it was during when he was on a military campaign in Egypt. And in 1799, so during this campaign, it was a French soldier who discovered the Rosetta Stone, which then helped decode the hieroglyphs. So I think that's pretty. Without Napoleon, we wouldn't probably not have found the Rosetta Stone. So thank you to Napoleon for his military campaign in Egypt.
We're digging up a rock and. And it happened to be a great rock or an ancient rock, a magical.
A great rock,
a really
great rock. The Rock of Ages.
A rock that turned into translation software. In the future. Yeah.
Wait, there is actually some translation software called like Rosetta.
Yeah, Rosetta. There is the Rosetta Stone, which is where you can learn.
That's the joke, Alice.
I'm slow, okay.
That's the
I'm
second.
really
You explained
slow.
a painting joke.
I do English. I'm studying Batman. I don't know what life is.
That's it for this episode of Lore Friendly. Sorry for the long wait. Blame Alice.
It's not my fault. Well, it's the Royal Mail's fault or something. I don't know.
It's the Royal Mail.
Yeah.
Can you hear my air quotes? The Royal Mail. Yeah, right.
It is.
Anyways, but hopefully we'll do the next episode on time. And thank you, Steph, for joining us.
Oh, no worries. This is the very first time I've ever done something like this, so I had lots of fun. Thank you for allowing me to sort of
Gate crash.
No problem. Tune in next month when we're joined by someone Alice.
Someone else Alice had become friends with 2 days prior to recording.
Some other stranger. Some old man Alice picked up under the freeway.
Oh, God.
Homeless man number 2.
Alice's random Tinder date number 16.
Yeah. Oh, really? Do you do that?
No, I have Tinder, but I just like the animation, like when it flips pictures like to one side or the next side. I don't actually talk to anyone. I just like it's like a game.
Sure. The most dangerous game.
No, it only gives the name and a couple of pictures and your age. Doesn't give anything else. And how many miles away you are from them. Okay. Tinder has a bad rap.
I wonder why.
I don't know. It's not like
all the
loads of
dick
people
pics.
like go off shagging with it. Like it's normally it's a dating app now.
Wait, can you upload pictures onto that? Like, and show random people pictures?
And
On Tinder.
Oh yeah, you just pick some flattering photos of yourself.
Then you're probably gonna get a handful of creepers
Oh yeah.
on there, flashing their junk.
I was drinking that! Oh, it went in my nose! Oh, that's painful! Oh my God.
Nothing Alice hasn't seen 1,000 times before. Anyways, that's it for Lore Friendly. So, you want to say a special goodbye?
Say bye-bye, Steffi.
I'll do it in Japanese. Sayonara. Thank you very much for listening to me just being a bit of an idiot.
See you next week, guys. Well,
Next
month, guys. With
next
random
week,
Tinder
Alice.
date number 16. Some other random person that I pulled up to my bedroom.
Yeah.
And she had her wily ways with.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, is that what happened in those 2 hours?
No, those 2 hours are a secret between me and Alice.
Okay.
You shall never know.
We will never tell.
Oh, yeah, I'll just go up on the internet to one of those porn sites and find it. I'm sure it's there now. No.
Right, bye, guys.
Bye.
Yippee-yay, there'll be no wedding bells for today.
This is Viridian, and you're watching the 3D NPC Podcast Network. You may recognize my voice from my previous work, How to Subscribe to a Podcast. It's real easy. You just press a button. If you like the podcast, then congratulations, you have an excellent taste. Press the subscribe button to confirm. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you didn't, it's likely you just need to turn the volume higher. This portion of the podcast is quite long, but that's because hidden in each of my messages is a secret code. If you crack it, you get the URL to a hidden podcast where we discuss facial hair. Yeah, you really aren't missing anything. What should we cover next month? Make a suggestion in the comments. Who am I kidding? No one's listening. I might just as well tell you my deepest, darkest secret. Well, maybe I'll save that for the next month. Click on any of the boxes to watch another video. Go on, don't be shy. I'll wait here while you click them. Every time someone subscribes, an angel gets their wings. But only the ones you like. Don't worry, there is a system in place. I'm not even getting paid to do this. But if we get enough subscribers, Kris has promised me a coupon for KFC. So please subscribe. I'm so hungry. Subscribe. You might regret it in the morning, but we promise you won't get pregnant. If you like this podcast, we have other shows. They also have people talking about stuff. Subscribe, and maybe they'll make the total number of subscribers public. Right now it's just too embarrassing to show anyone. This channel has a very American theme, so why did they get a Polish guy to narrate? 2 words. Fun service. One lucky subscriber will get an autographed picture from me. The picture will be of Gabe Newell, but it will have my name on it. Did you hear about what happened to the last person who didn't subscribe? Nothing happened actually. But is that what you want? Nothing. I bet you want something to happen to you. And it will, if you press the button.
Yeah, so, next topic.
Questions!
God, I'm so bad at this hosting thing, because in my defense, we haven't done this for like 3 months, right?
2 months. 2 months.
Yeah. Like, it is nowhere near as seamless as, well, it's not like the
We were never really seamless, were we?
No. Now, both you and Steph know that in reality I'm a stuttering mess. And while on the
I knew
podcast,
that anyway.
yeah, while on the podcast, I'm like talking normally and I'm not saying a lot, but in real life, yeah, I'm like
It's okay, it's our little secret.
Yeah, exactly.
No
now
one
it's you and Steph know this.
It's okay, she won't tell anyone.
I won't. I promise.
Yeah.
That was very insincere. I promise.